Hi, it's Tyrone from OutsourcingLive.com and welcome to the dedicated channel where I share with you outsourcing tips and showing you how to build a virtual team to run your business. In today's video, I really hate to admit that I made a big boo-boo and mistake. Now, if you're aware of my site 3DayDetoxHQ, the niche dual challenge that I did with Pat Flynn from Smart Passive Income, this site hasn't actually been making very much money in the last few months, and I just want to share with you what some of the things that I've realized, come to realization over these last few months, and what I'm planning to do, and my biggest mistake here. All right, so let me share with you my mistake here. One thing, the first biggest mistake that I learned from this was not the best keyword that I had chosen. So, not best keyword. That was one problem that I had finally realized after a period of time. And then second thing was it was not a commercially viable keyword as well. And I know it's been a site that we've been putting together and getting it up and running for the last 6 months or so. And it's been great to be able to get it to number one, which is what exactly we wanted to do. So that was great, and we learned all the strategies and techniques, but unfortunately, when it comes back down to the crunch, it's actually not making money right now, or as much money as I expected. So basically, I want to share with you on how to actually make sure that you can avoid this problem, because it's taken me a good 6 months to be able to come to this realization and to finally actually make some changes to it. And it would have been better if I'd done it earlier, but obviously if I was running a real business, if I had it'd probably take me 2 or 3 years or so for any real business to actually get up and running, but 6 months is not too bad. So let me just show you what's been going on so that way I can put things into perspective. Firstly, you can see at the moment, the niche site for 3-Day Detox, it's actually made $187.70 over the last 6 months, which is, it's not all that good. I mean, it's okay in my opinion, but I was expecting a lot more, and it's kind of averaging about $30 per month, which is enough to pay for my mobile phone bill. It's enough to do that. But overall, obviously, a niche site, the goal was to obviously make a lot more than that, and one of our goals was to at least generate a minimum of $500 per month from each niche site. Now, in saying that, we've learned a lot, and what we're going to do is we've decided to actually change this website, which is 3-Day Detox, and move it on to another bigger niche, which is actually still a niche, but something that can potentially generate a lot more traffic and a lot more income as well. And we've chosen a new niche called Quickest Way to Lose Weight HQ, essentially keeping the same theme and also keeping the same content, since we're already at 3-Day Detox. And all we're just doing right now is actually putting the content on Quickest Way to Lose Weight and focusing on a new keyword term. Now, I'll show you just quickly exactly what's happening right now. So, as an overview, the reasons why we're doing this is Quickest Way to Lose Weight is going to be the main focus of the niche. And essentially, other keywords that we're going to be having in there's like 3-Day Detox, maple syrup diet. That seems to be a very popular search there. We've also got some kind of parsley diet, etc. But what I'm trying to share with you right now, so for that you can also avoid this mistake, this is the number one thing that I realized, is to not choose and corner yourself into a very specific word. And that's the reason why I think it hasn't succeeded as well as I expected, was because 3-Day Detox is a specific, specifically product / also to a very, very deep type of niche. And we're very limited to the amount of people. Whereas if you went for Quickest Way to Lose Weight, you can look at different diets, like 7-day diets. You can look at health products, maple syrup diets, parsley diets, etc., which opens up and brings the scope out to a lot bigger. And therefore, there is more potential money to be made than just one potential niche there. All right, so just to quickly explain over what's happening is that I've moved all the content from 3-Day Detox over to Quickest Way to Lose Weight. And we are still essentially going to keep this niche at number 1 because it's already been ranked at number 1. But what we're doing is for any new posts and any existing content, we're just redirecting it to the same title post on quickest way to lose weight. And we'll be obviously creating new posts and content down here for quickest way to lose weight. Now, there's a reason why we're doing that, is because essentially, as I said, this is at number 1 already. And if anyone comes and visits this site, they'll still see all the content there. But if they actually click on any of these links, it actually automatically redirects to the quickest way to lose weight site, which essentially has the same theme and just a different brand name. By doing that, that also just keeps the traffic and also people interested in the content as well, and continually comes through here. And excuse me, we're going to try and optimize it for that as well. All right, so that's something that I just wanted to share with you as a brief overview. We're deciding to actually go down this path because after doing further research through Market Samurai, I'll just open it up for you. We've found that there's actually more traffic that's coming through for quickest way to lose weight, a better search engine commercial viable value compared to 3-Day Detox. I did a quick search on 3-Day Detox recently, and Google's not showing any past results of what potential traffic's coming through. So obviously the niche has changed recently, and it's unfortunately that hasn't worked out for us. Now, also too, I just wanted to share with you, it's not a loss for me. It's actually a benefit because for the last 6 months, we have learned a lot and we put systems in place to be able to duplicate and multiply this process. So in actual fact, I mean, quickest way to lose weight HQ.com is not just one of our niches. We've got 5 other niches going consecutively, and they are all ranking up on the first page of Google right now, moving up to the number 1 placing. So, you know, for me and for the team, it hasn't been anything that's been so detrimental, but it has been a huge learning curve for us. And also too, I just wanted to share with you that mistake that we made so that you don't fall into that same track down the track if you are doing research into the niche. So all I can say to you is I really do encourage you, before you do go into the niche, do thorough research. And when you do thorough research, just ask people around as well and to just get some feedback. That's the most number 1 important thing, and to follow everything that we've taught you in the past or shown you in the past on those niche site keyword research webinars that we've presented for you. Okay, thank you so much for watching this today. My name's Tyron Shum from Outsourcing Live, and remember, just to outsource it.
Now, if you like more resources like this one, you can find them inside Mass Outsource Mastermind, along with video tutorials and step-by-step instructions showing exactly how I use them. To get a 30-day, no-risk trial membership to Mass Outsource Mastermind, simply visit freevideoset.com. Until next time, I wish you success in your quest for outsourcing.